Finally, some drier weather across the tropics, including the Philippines after that heavy rainfall this past week. See here on satellite imagery, not much going on. We do have an area of convection towards the south of Guam, but at least at this time, guidance been kind of weak on the development of this area. Could bring some rainfall maybe by Tuesday and the Wednesday of next week. So we're talking about mid part of this upcoming week with another kind of shortwave trough, but I don't think it's going to be nearly as strong as this one we've seen over the past week. In fact, just take a look at some of the flooding rains we've seen in parts of Mindanao, including around Davao, where these floodwaters did rise up. We even had a landslide, over 24 deaths out of that as well. So some pretty serious stuff taking place out here in parts of Mindanao, not from a named storm system. I want to remind you guys, when we see this type of persistent precipitation, sometimes it comes from, just these unnamed storms, but that persistent convection kind of pushing overhead. Take a look at this. So this is the rainfall anomaly outlook from the ECMWF all the way out through March 17th. So we're about a month out here and well below average rainfall across a good portion of the Philippines, above average in southeastern areas of China and across Japan. This is classic El Nino setup with this heavier precip in the north, much drier in the south, and we are still in an El Nino phase, still with the guidance from the GFS and the ECMWF, the ensembles, showing below average rainfall through the rest of February, and this even concurs up with the ECMWF, what they're saying as well. So we still have this rainfall in Mindanao, but generally speaking, little to no tropical activity, and overall things in the tropics are going to be below average. Now, not the case for further towards the north. We're talking about southeastern China, even parts of western Japan, you're going to be looking at above average, but things are kind of staying on dry with that northeasterly breeze continuing to dominate and kind of the Mihan with this drier weather controlling the weather pattern here across the western Pacific. As I mentioned, though, we still got kind of these westerly lows, a little Shanghai low kicking out there in southeastern China. That brings some precip kicking off there towards the east, and then another one kind of running along the polar front jet there. That's going to push on by Wednesday over towards Thursday, but not really setting up too big of a cold surge either. So here on our Monday, generally dry once again here across Mindanao. A few isolated pockets of rain, but overall things staying on the calmer side. We look over towards Palawan, Port Princess, 32 for your high. Cloudy skies there for you. Then once we look back towards the north, it's the good stuff from Manila north. Temperatures into the high 20s to low 30s, partly cloudy to mostly sunny skies, and lows pushing into the lower 20s. So it's gorgeous weather, especially after sunset out there. Taking a look, how about in Davao City, where you're drying off, like I mentioned, on and off precip Tuesday over towards Wednesday. If we do get another little kind of shortwave trough, I wouldn't call it a tropical low by any means, but maybe a bit of a shortwave trough kicking on by. Key thing is below average rainfall throughout the extended forecast. Huge thanks for everybody on Patreon who supports this channel. Extra thanks for Garmin. You're a legend, sir. Colonel Sy, Jeff Davis, Jacqueline Smith, all people who donate more than just the minimum or the maximum $10 a month. There's several thresholds: typhoons, super typhoons, and then just mega extreme typhoon people who really help make this channel possible. And I can't thank you guys enough. If you have any questions, though, please let me know. Doing my best to keep you all posted. Yesterday, I didn't have an update because the weather's so nice, but I do want to have an El Nino update for you here today and kind of that long-range outlook and what we're seeing here in that extended forecast. All right. As always, thanks for watching, and number one thing is stay safe out there.